Now we have to talk about the miraculous Euro finals. England versus the Azzurri, Italy. What I will say is that I said Italy had not faced anyone. They faced Belgium, they beat them, and they went on to prove themselves, and I congratulate Italy.
I think all the Italy fans an apology.
You know what? I will apologize to all the Italian fans. They deserve this trophy.
And then the English fans know that thought it would be a walk in the park. Look at them now.
I do not understand why they thought it would be a walk in the park. It's a final. Even if they were facing Italy, who are experienced, it was never going to be a walk in the park. This could have been Wales. It's a final.
But they thought, because it is in England, playing at Wembley, they thought it would be a walk in the park.
Like I said, this was England's tournament to lose, and they did exactly that. They lost. If I was a betting man, I would have lost my money because I would have bet on England.
Yeah, they lost. And who fault is that they lost? The team? The strikers? Who?
Gareth Southgate.
I agree with that 100%.
Jack Grealish played excellently for the 5 minutes he was on the field. He brought him on for 5 minutes at the end of the game. Sancho only brought on a kick of penalty. Rashford only brought on a kick of penalty. Henderson brought on and taken off.
What nonsense is that?
And then the biggest mistake I've ever seen from a manager at this level. Penalty kicks. 19-year-old Saka has to kick the deciding penalty to win or lose the Euro finals. Why is a 19-year-old kicking this?
I have no clue. No. That 19-year-old have to live with that there for most of his life. England fans, plus he's black. Oh, make it worse. England fans destroy this guy in the media. Not only him, the other two before him.
Sancho and Rashford.
But that 19-year-old guy get most of the blame. Shh, continue.
I just, what behooves me, discombobulates me, continues to indubitably confuse me is the fact no one is pointing out that Southgate made mistakes. Everyone is talking about Rashford missing his penalty, Sancho missing his penalty, Harry Kane not taking the last penalty, Jack Grealish not taking the penalty. I'm thinking to myself, before it got to penalties, you pointed out to me off camera that in the semi-final, Phil Foden and some other guys came on later in the game and changed the game. Before it got to penalties, why didn't he do that? Bring on these guys who changed the game.
He didn't have the same confidence. Because he played Denmark. Everyone look at Denmark. Let's be honest. You expect England to actually pass Denmark. So he played around with it a little bit. Back to that. I think England teeth out Denmark. You agree with me or you disagree?
I'm on the fence here. Wait, expand on what you mean.
I meant, first of all, there was a ball on the field. And when a ball is on the field, play stop.
Play should stop.
Okay, we go past that. Play continue. Sterling in the box. I have not seen him got touched until now. Bend over, penalty. No, I'm not arguing with that. VAR kicking. Usually, a better decision than this year, VAR will tell the referee, go and take a look for yourself. They take it with his hands. Why?
Okay. The ball comes on the field, play is not stopped. Reminds me of the Christian Eriksen thing, but anyhow. Play is not stopped, it continues. Play should have been stopped. That's the rules. Should have been stopped. But I disagree with the Raheem Sterling thing. I think VAR made the right decision. When I watched the replay, there was no need to tell the referee look at it. It was clear that Sterling was put in an impossible position. It was get fouled or get out the way and fall down. It's not his fault that when he fell, it was interpreted as a fall. When VAR looked at it, it was clear that the defender was going to foul him. Even if he did not fall at that point in time, he would have been fouled.
You know how much time they see that? But I would rather VAR let the referee go and look at it. I am more, what the word I'm looking for, content. With a referee, go and look at it for himself and look at it with his camera. I come out and point to the spot again.
But I am 97% sure the referee would have given a penalty. I think it would have been a penalty either way. I hear people complain about it. I disagree with them all. I think Raheem Sterling would have won that penalty even if the referee was told to go and look at it.
But we don't know that it would take a referee with some balls and not give that penalty. In England, you know that.
It's a penalty though. It's a penalty.
Man, me and you don't disagree on that already.
It's a penalty.
I disagree. I just stating the facts for
it will take a strong referee with those hostile fans to go against that.
Yeah.
It is true.
So that way VAR did not put that pressure on him. Just like how Wooders put that pressure on a 19-year-old, VAR did not put that pressure on him.
You may have a point there.
I know
The VAR may have saved the referee.
Yeah.
Similar to another conversation we have about Messi being saved. But the penalty is something confused me because Greenish didn't take one. But Saka goes last. That is.
One more point. Back to the penalties. In the final, Sterling went over. Whether that was a penalty, you know Sterling went over multiple times. But this is a ticket to you playing. You cannot come on call it penalties. That is another story for another day.
But those weren't. But when Sterling went over, those weren't penalties. Those were Sterling diving.
He dived in that one as well, but he was put in your words, sir. He was put in an impossible situation and he went over. He did not got touched.
He prevented himself from being injured by going over in the semi-final. If he did not go over, he would have been fouled and probably injured.
No.
So
I didn't see no injury there. They saying that.
That is a penalty. Either way, it's a penalty.
We agree to disagree because carry on.
He dived a lot in the final. It did not work. But I don't understand what Gareth Southgate was doing. Like, I want to defend England and give them a chance because I want to disagree with you, but I can't when it comes to Gareth Southgate. I don't understand what he was doing. Who did he bring on when he brought on Henderson? Who did he take off when he brought on Henderson? I can't remember who he took off. And then he took back off Henderson. It's like he was doing things like, oh, I didn't mean to do that. Wrong person. Take him off. Brownson.
He brought off Rice.
Yes, he brought off Declan Rice.
I think he was on another card. And you know Verratti and those guys would have made him get a red card.
Yes, so okay, no problem. But you brought off Henderson to take him off.
We don't understand the coach.
And Sancho.
It was a big move for him.
Sancho, who played the last game, played superbly.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't even play this game. He only came on in time to kick a penalty. On top of that, Rashford and Sancho came on during a corner kick, an Italian corner kick. Those guys aren't defenders, so they weren't brought. So they were brought on to kick a penalty. They were brought on so late. They had to be brought on during a defensive play when their team was defending.
I think that might be something premeditated. Let's say, if it does go into penalties, we gotta keep those guys who is fresh. You know, I'm trying to help the coach here. I'm not doing a good job at it, but I'm just trying to take it from his point of view.
Grealish and Sancho should have been given. Grealish should have been given more time to make, because when he did come on for those few minutes, he played well. He should have given more time to make a difference. Sancho should have been brought on to try to make a difference.
What about Phil Foden?
Phil Foden shouldn't have had a go at it. They should have given him a go. I mean, he showed he could do it against Denmark.
Yes, he did. And we know what he do in the club.
This guy could be the next Kevin De Bruyne.
Could be.
I do not understand.
I have one more point I want to ask you. How do you think about Cellini when he fought Saka, when he threw him to the ground? Put it down, sorry. You think there was any racist intent in that?
Malicious intent or racist intent? Those are two different questions.
I said my word correctly. I said racist.
No, I don't think there's any racist.
Because I was having an argument with some colleagues. I said I don't know how to be racist, but I just pointed out to you.
No, I don't think he did. I don't think it was anything to do with race. I mean, this is a guy who's played in Juventus with them all.
I know that.
So he's never had any issues throughout his whole career with race. And you find players that have played as long as Chiellini. If it is a racism problem, it would have come up before when they were younger. He's never had those issues.
That's what I was saying, because I said he was just tired. He said, man, you're not getting past
He was tired, he pulled him
and
down.
he put it a little too strong. That's basically
That's exactly what it was. That's exactly what it was. You want to talk about racists, I'll talk about the English fans.
Yeah.
This is ridiculous.
I hear that they had a shot on the Facebook, Twitter, Instagram.
People threatening Rashford's life. I'm watching like, why are they threatening Rashford's life? Why is I'm not saying that they should threaten anyone's life, but why is the manager getting away scot-free?
He's white, one for starters.
And everything here is the manager's fault. They're saying they don't want Saka to ever play for England ever again. 19 years old. They don't know what he can go on to be. You mean if I'm not saying that it could happen, but let me just say he goes on to be a Lionel Messi caliber player. They don't want him to play for England. Is what they're saying.
If he get half as skillful than Messi, they should want him to play for England.
There you go. So, I mean, it's ridiculous that you try to destroy his career by having him take a last penalty, a deciding penalty. 'Cause that's the only thing that Gary Southgate did, is try to destroy. Maybe Gary Southgate hates Arsenal. Maybe he hates Arsenal so much he wanted to destroy Saka's career, his confidence.
So what's your take on bringing up two Man U players and giving it the kicks?
No, I think he actually thought they would score. He wanted the two Man U guys to score and Saka to miss.
Or he thought he wouldn't get that far. Maybe think of that.
But when you make plans to put on 5 penalty kickers, even if you don't think it's going to get to the 5th one, you're still going to put a guy that you're confident is going to score there. Like Rashford and Sancho, you expect them, they're pretty good penalty takers. They miss, okay, it happens. But Saka should never be taking it.
Even as Harry Kane seen the guy, you see the coach says Saka, you should overrule the coach.
You should.
I'm not putting that pressure on that young guy.
You should.
They'll go with some cowards.
Harry Kane has never done that. When they go back to the Euros before this, when they played Iceland, Harry Kane, one of the best headers in the ball in football, right? You can agree on that.
Yeah, you can agree on that.
Harry Kane was kicking the corners in the last Euros. I'm like, why are you kick? You should be in the box trying to get on the end of these. And he said after the game, oh, the coach wanted me to kick the corners. No, you need to tell the coach, hey, that doesn't make sense. And you're right, he doesn't have any backbone.
So, Harry Kane, what rating would you give him in the finals?
Well, he scored his penalty.
Yeah, he scored his penalty. Before that, the whole 120 minutes before that,
I'm going to give him a 4.5.
I give him 2. I could not see Harry Kane that game. I would have subbed him, but Brown, someone else in his position.
I give him a 4.5 because he was going against a world-class defense.
That would be the time you're supposed to step up, sir.
And he did have moments where he looked like he was going to do something.
But
you know who dominated, who looked really good? Jack Grealish. Looked fantastic. And I would love, no disrespect to fans of West Ham, but I would love to see Grealish out. You know? No disrespect. Fans of teams like Aston Villa and Fulham, but when you got players like Jack Grealish, you want to see them play for the best.
Yeah, it's true.
The best teams.
Correct.
I would love to see him come up, but
where we want to see him play?
Biasly, I would love to see him at Manchester United.
Why would he do that to himself? I'm really hard to say that.
Biasly, to see him, and this is what, him next to Bruno. I don't want either or. I want them on the field together. 2 of them next to each other, behind whoever the strikers are going to be. I would love that.
That would be dangerous. I must say that would be dangerous. So, and then off, do you think, as World Cup is coming up, do you think Southgate should be coaching England?
got them to the semi-finals of the last World Cup. He got them to the finals of this Euros. Although it was his fault they lost, I do think they should give him another run because he got them further than they've been in a long time.
Well, I disagree.
I disagree with you.